YouTube is such a great place for learning. Now, being a YouTuber, I go to YouTube lots to learn, and these videos have been popping up mixing silicone with paint thinner or acetone or mineral spirits. Well, I saw one with mineral spirits to make they'll put it on cardboard and they'll put water on it, and the water will bead off. It will be like kind of like a wood finish, I guess you could say. That's why I'm making this video, to see if it will actually work as a wood finish. So I got some silicone here. It has to be the 100% silicone. Now there's a type A and type B. I don't know what type this is. This is maybe A or B, but it has to say the 100% silicone on there, I believe, and you need a caulking gun. Now, here's mineral spirits. And I only found out after I was working on another project. Mineral spirits is basically kind of oil based. I can't get into it, but I read up it is for oil stuff. So there I just got the caulking gun there and I squirted a bunch in and I put some mineral spirits in there and I'm mixing it up. It takes a while to mix it up. You got to get the mineral spirits into the silicone. I'm not too sure if it has to be 100% silicone, but I think the General Electric type is the type that I see lots of them using. So the more you mix it up, the more it's going to get unchunky, I guess you could say. I guess I could speed this up a bit. But it's just kind of, I wanted to try it for myself, because if it works, well, the kind of possibilities might be endless. You know, I might be able to mix this up really thin to make molds. It could be a wood finish for your carvings for outdoor. You know, basically, this is a short test. The long test is to put it on wood carvings and let them sit outside in the weather for a couple of years. Because really, there's no wood finish out there that makes your piece look like new forever. Like spirurethane is good, but it makes your pieces go so dark. And you have to keep applying it every year or two to keep on top of it. Because if you don't, it's going to start cracking and not look very good. Now I mix it up for about, I don't know, 5 minutes. You can see there it's a lot thinner. I'll give you a side view here. You can see there, I'm going to be pouring it in a cup. Now, see chunkies on the side. You got to keep scraping the side to, here you go. You'll see there's a few little chunkies in there. Now here comes some cottonwood bark. I want to say all the wood that I used in this experiment is bone dry. Okay, I sped this up. I think this is 2 times the speed, but I think I sped it up to 4 times the speed. This is cottonwood bark. I do want to say that it is bringing the natural color of the wood out for sure. It's not hard to get it into the low spots, like inside the mouth there, in the nostrils, and deep inside the eyes. And it does look nice and shiny right now. This would be probably, if it did turn out and the carvings lasted good for a couple of years, it might be a really good solution for a wood finish to make your pieces look good outdoors for years to come. There's another piece of cottonwood bark, and these aren't carvings that I just carved them super fast for YouTube. That one's with spirit on the left has teeth. But so this is the end of the voiceover. Now here comes the conclusions. All right, so I've left these pieces outside in the fresh air with the sun for 3 days. Now here's the finish. It kind of feels like sticky, like it's silicone, but it's dry. And you can see there's no, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but there's no dry spots or flat spots like you'd get if you did oil on there. And it was just one coat. This was the thicker stuff. I mixed some up thinner later on after I did these, and I'll show you guys the result. So here's the result of that. I think it turned out pretty damn good. Took a little bit longer to dry, but that's fine. Here's the smaller ones. So like they're totally, I got a spray bottle here. Give them a spray. And you can see how the water just speeds off of it. It just, it just speeds right off. I don't know how well you guys can tell in the video here. Well, let's try this one. Yeah, the water just beads off of it. Like you see there, water beads like it's oil. So yeah, I think it's worked. It worked, but you know, like this is a quick test. You gotta. I'm gonna put these on outside on the fence for a year or two and see how well it does in the weather, because we got winter coming up here pretty soon too. So that will be the big test. But that works. So what I did after is I mixed some up a lot thinner. All right, like I put a lot more mineral spirits in it, and this is a piece of Western red cedar. You see, I wrote thin. This is a piece of Western red cedar, wide grain. So this stuff is very porous to anything that you put on there, like water or anything. It just sucks it in super quick. So I think this is the area where I did it. So it's going to go darker where I didn't do it. So you can see here, we'll spray this whole thing. And in a couple minutes, it'll start going darker. But you can see here, it beads off. So just got to give it some little few minutes for the water to penetrate where I didn't do it. And you can see right here, it's getting darker, so I didn't do it. So that means it's absorbing the water. But right here, it just kind of beads off. So here's another one I'm going to leave outside and give it the true test over the winter time when it gets rain and snow on it. Now I also did another one. This one is yew wood. Now this is a lot more porous, meaning it doesn't absorb water and stuff that much. But I put a line around where I did it, and you can see how dark it went there from doing it. It's dry. I mixed it a lot thinner for these two boards, so it could penetrate more. And I wanted, well, the first stuff I did was pretty thick. Here it is in the paper cup. So this was the thicker stuff. So there you go. Now I'm going to say in the earlier when I'm doing the voiceover, I did do it with mineral spirits, and mineral spirits isn't really, it's oil based. I think I read up on it. So here's this stuff is, it's hard to see, but it's coagulated, but still down where it's thicker, there's some runny stuff inside there too. But here's the brush I did it on. Now that's pretty well cured. It will cure more with time. But I think definitely don't use mineral spirits. Use like paint thinner or something. I think it works pretty good. Here's another one I did. Just I put it on some paper towel. Now let's spray it. Then you'll see it's just beating off. Okay, let's get some good water in here so you guys can see. Get a pool of water. So there's a pool of water in there, and it just beads off. Like look here, where it's where I didn't treat it, and you'll see how dark it goes. Like you can see the water going here, but not where I wiped it on. No, it just beads off. So let's give this yew wood a test. Spray the whole thing. Now you can see, I'm not even going to move this. You can see here where it's beating and here where it's just absorbing it in. Let's just give it a few minutes, spray it again, so you guys all know I'm not cheating. Or this is kind of like you watching Inquiring Minds Want to Know, that whatever that is that the old magazine? Another brush. It's just got the stuff on it. So I think if you do it with paint thinner or acetone, it would probably be a lot better than the mineral spirits. Because like I said, the mineral spirits is somehow oil based. I noticed that when I was working on a project. But so this is where I did it. And you can see the water's just beating right here inside the line. And then this is where I didn't do it, where it's darker already. Let's just go like this. So right here is totally absorbing the water. getting the true color to come out. And here's where I did it, and it's not absorbing any water. And like I said, I did a lot thinner. And this stuff, when I did it thinner, this dried basically in a day. Same with this one. This one basically dried in a day too. See that? See how the water's beating there? Anyways, the true test is to leave these outside for the winter. I'm going to leave all three of them outside. And maybe at the end of next summer or something, I'll pull them out and see how they did. Because you don't know if this stuff's going to peel up or anything. Let's see if we can kind of look at the beating on there. See the water beating? See if we can kind of scratch it. But no, it's in there pretty good. I think the thinner that you make it, the better. Anyways, I think that's so far this part of the test. It works. How can you say it doesn't? But like I said, we got to give it the true water test and let it see how well it can make it through the winter. I'm going to hang these on my fence and just leave this on the deck somewhere so the snow and stuff can hit it. That's all, everybody. I give it a thumbs up. Just before I go, this is cottonwood bark. I'll probably say the voiceover, but it does also get the colors to show too, right? So it does get inside there. It doesn't just sit on the top. So I think this is maybe if it holds up through the winter, this might be a new way to put a wood finish on your carvings, because basically the winter here in British Columbia, Canada, it's like, and the summer and the spring and the fall, it's like we're living in a rainforest, and there's no really good wood finish that you don't have to do every year or two to make them look like new all the time. So this might be a good ticket.